What a great track.
Amazing.
Lynyrd Skynyrd, Sweet Home Alabama, on BBC Radio 2 with me, Steve Merchant.
And me, Ricky Gervais.
And over there, both of us.
Yeah.
Karl Pilkington.
Alright. Still to come, we should also point out we've got Rockbusters on the way. It's the quiz that's not sweeping the nation. No one cares.
Oh no, that's not fair.
Well.
No, look at him. Look, he's probably been sweating over that. He's been reading the children's Bible.
Yeah.
But, I mean, and that's all he came up with. The first people were Adam and Eve.
Yeah.
I mean,
and we don't know what their surname is.
Unbelievable. What an idiot you are.
Also in the third hour, monkey news, which I think we're all looking forward to.
It's sort of like Darwinism versus creation, isn't it? Monkey news, Adam and Eve.
Yeah,
Which
a bit of everything.
Which do you like? Do you like monkey news or do you like Adam and Eve?
Also, it's probably worth kind of digesting some of the year's big events, Rick. So maybe we should just cast our eyes back on some of the big.
I think people are waiting to see our three opinions on the review of the year.
Yeah. I should just give away this Eurythmics platinum disc that we offered up in the first hour, and we were asking for the worst Christmas gifts you've ever received, and I want to give it to this guy because well, it's not like, you know, I'm sure it's fine, but it's just something about it which really amused me. It's from Toby in London. He says, when I was younger, I got a book about crude oil. I'd never expressed an interest in oil, and certainly not crude oil. But what I love is the parents, is thinking of that gift.
They were shopping, they were going, what oil is it that Toby likes?
Yeah.
I don't even, does he like
It's olive oil, probably, I don't know.
No, he thinks olive oil's sissy. What's that one he loves the spouting out the ground one?
Crude oil?
Get him the book on crude oil, Mary. Unbelievable.
So, Toby in London, you get the Eurythmics Platinum disc, well done to you. Also in this hour, we've got some, Kylie collectibles to give away. So we'll probably do Rockbusters, and the lucky winner of that gets those. But I was just going through the papers, of course, and it's the New Year's Honours list today, and I imagine you're very excited about that, Carl.
New Year's Honours and all that?
Yeah, you're familiar with that, when people get knighthoods and OBEs?
I've heard about it.
Sir Tom Jones, you got to call him Sir Tom now. You pleased with that? Do you think Tom Jones deserved it?
Well, they sort of chuck him out to anyone now, don't they? So if he wants one, let him have one. Well, it's just, I mean, the way I saw it was, like, you know, the Queen used to give them out to people who, you know, did like big things like killing dragons and all that.
Yeah, that was a while ago, but yeah.
Now it's, you know, from dragon killers to sort of Joe Pasquale.
Yeah, I see what you mean, yeah. You went in the jungle with Ant and Dec, is an OBE.
Some people, actually send, famously some rock stars and big names, they sometimes give their awards back, or they refuse to accept the knighthood. If it was offered to you, Rick, would you accept it, your OBE, or your—
See, I don't know, because one, I know it's sort of like not a cool thing, and I don't know if you should align yourself with that sort of thing, or whatever, and whether you're a monarchist or not, which I'm sort of indifferent, really. But I would feel rude.
Yes, I know what you mean.
It's you know, after we won the Golden Globes, an interviewer said, do you think you'll get a knighthood? And I went, oh, I don't want a knighthood. And they said, why not? I said, you can't do anything with it. I said, in olden days, you could ride a white horse along and have a big sword. Nowadays, you can just put it on your headed notepaper.
Yeah, yeah.
And I said something like, I'd rather have a name like Don Gervais. And the headline was, Ricky wants to join the mafia. Which I think is a bit harsh. I've been invited to the palace a couple of times. I think about—
Whoa, hang on, what do you mean?
I've been invited to the palace about 3 times.
Why? Can I just point out for people who don't know who I am, I collaborate with Ricky on everything except his stand-up comedy, which I suspect was not the reason you were getting invited to the palace.
No.
It's a little bit bawdy, a little bit blue.
My work on Flanimals.
Yeah, for your children.
Please get him along. I love the Mung Unga. I love that Mung
So I should just point out that I've co-written both The Office and Extras, and yeah, I've never had an invite from the palace.
Yeah, but I think the Queen knows who's the main one, who's the driving force. You know. Anyway, right, so I get this thing through. The first time, I thought, I can't go out.
Why couldn't you go?
Well, I don't know. The second time I came through, and I said to Jane, it was like 6 o'clock, right? And I said, oh, should we go? And, it was very exciting, but I felt a bit funny, just going along to the palace, right? And I said—
Sorry, who was it? Could just be you and Jane and Prince Philip and the Queen, was it?
Well, no, there was about, I don't know, I think it was about 8. There was about 8 people, right?
So you needed some extra people for Pictionary.
Me, the usual, me, Salman Rushdie, David Bowie, right?
Sure. Oh, yeah, you're aligning yourself in the company of geniuses, I noticed there.
No, I'll tell you something about Salman Rushdie later. And I said to Jane, I said, we go for an hour. She went, it's not the sort of place you can turn up for an hour with some leaf round milk.
It's not your boss's barbecue at the weekend.
Pop in. I've got some other people to see. I'm seeing Tony Blair later. Anyway, cheers, Liz. But anyway, the thing that came through was, I will be attending, stroke not be attending, right? And I thought that was just too harsh to send back, I will not be attending. So there was a number at the Marshal's house, and I called him up and he went, hello? And I said, hello, it's Ricky Gervais here. I got an invite to the Palace. I won't be able to attend. I said, I thought it was a little bit harsh just to send back, I will not be attending. He said, how delightfully polite of you to call.
Was it Roger Moore?
I don't know, but I went, that's no, he said, oh, there's no trouble. Thank you so much for calling. I bet no one calls him.
Yeah.
I bet he doesn't get a look in. And it was really, I'm so glad I called and didn't just send back, I will not be attending. But listen, keep inviting me, because, I mean, if it's right for my diary, I'd love to come along and have a mooch around.
Yeah, just see what's going on up there.
Yeah, so, Sam and Rusty, right? This is a nice story. So, I've met him a few times now. Now he's out and about.
Sure.
He's never home.
No.
I bet his house is a mess.
Yeah.
Right. It was just after the first series of The Office went out. I got invited to this thing. I'd met Jonathan, actually. I'd met Jonathan Ross on this show, and we were talking about being Bowie fans. I'd never met him before, and he said, "Well, I'm interviewing Bowie for this special. Come along." And I went along, and there was Bowie. My hair was amazing. A couple of big celebrities in the audience, one of which was Sam Rusty, and Greg Dyke, who was head of the BBC then, said to me, he said, "I'm a Bowie fan. Do you want to go and meet him?" And I went, "Okay." Right, so we went down, so it's me, Greg Dyke, right, and Sam and Rusty, going on chat to Bowie. I went to the pub the next day with my mate, and he said, "What did you do last night?" And I said, "Nothing." Because I couldn't say, I was hanging out with David Bowie, Greg Dyke, and Sam Rusty. Why? What did you do? And I just said, nothing.
If you can name every celebrity that Ricky has mentioned in the last link, who he spent time with, then you can win yourself a prize. Perhaps a signed copy of Extras, for which he got invited to the Palace, and I didn't. 88291. If you can name every name that Ricky Gervais brought.
That's gone Gervais.
Rick, as you know, I absolutely love a good cover version. I think that a cover version, if it's done really well, can not only match the original, it can sometimes even better it.
I totally agree.
And I think that that's Ryan Adams' version of Wonderwall. And I think, you know, much as I love Wonderwall, it almost reinvests it with a new beauty and a new majesty that perhaps we'd forgotten about because the other song is so well played.
Taking it away from Noel.
Oh, not at all.
But
it's almost kind of reinvented it. You
it's
know.
beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Great song anyway, isn't it?
That's what's weird, really, because you've done that, and that's kind of what I've done with Rockbusters.
Right.
I've taken something.
Well, you've taken Blockbusters and changed one word.
Sort of made it better.
No, not really, because those are real clues that work. Yours are the ramblings of a madman. He doesn't really understand what the word cryptic means.
A little bit
It's
stronger.
more, this should be called What Am I Thinking?
Well,
what am I thinking?
We should just introduce the idea of Rockbusters to people who didn't hear it last week. Now, I'm trying to think of some classic ones. Do you remember there was now what was it? The
Jamaican fella spinning a fish round his head. That was Did Trout Spinners. And he tried to make it sound, I mean, it doesn't work.
You have to speak in a Jamaican accent and say
the way they
the
say,
Trout Spinners.
Well, they wouldn't say Did Trout, they'd say Detroit.
Trout Spinners.
So it doesn't work there. So that's the stupid Wetney Houston.
Yeah.
No one called Wetney Houston.
Yeah.
So
you need to basically call inside Carl's head and figure out what's going on in there if you want to win these. We've got some Kylie collectibles for Rockbusters.
the good thing about crawling into Carl's head is there is a lot of room.
There's plenty of room.
It's
very much like when God created the Earth. You can just fill it out with anything. Birds. So, your Rockbusters clues this week then, Carl.
Alright, so as always, you know, we did it last week.
What can you win, though?
The Kylie collectibles, just
brilliant.
mentioned that.
Excellent. Should we throw in some stuff of ours? Just to
if you've got any tag,
we get it for free, extras, Flanimals, etc.
Got some of the junk lying around the office.
Yeah.
Right. So then, 3 clues, you text in with the answers, you win the stuff, right? First clue. The initials of the band of the artist are FF.
FF, okay.
FF. And the sort of
cryptic... I know it already.
And the well, don't ruin it. And the cryptic clue, I've got snails, croissants, and baguettes in my palm. Right, what's going on there?
No, I don't know it.
Right, there's the clue.
Say that again.
I've got snails, croissants, and baguettes in my palm. That's weird. FF. Right, FF, what's the band of the artist?
The clue changes ever so slightly every time.
I know.
Right, the next one, me granny's is taking a penalty. She better get the ball in the back of the net. NM. Artist or a band. NM. That's an old artist, by the way.
Give it to us again.
NM. Me granny's taking a penalty.
I've got it.
She better get it in the back of the net.
It's a good one.
Okay.
It's a good one.
Alright.
That might be his best ever.
Wow.
There you go, right. And the last one, this is a tough one, but you know how it works.
Wow. When he says tough, he means doesn't work.
Yes.
Does not work. Repeat, this does not work. Go on.
The initial of the band, it's an 80s band, I think I've got to help them out. A is the initial, right? And the clue is, and where people go to relieve themselves after looking at elephants and that. What am I? Right? So, letters A, the cryptic clue, and where people go to relieve themselves after looking at elephants and that. What am I?
And the initial?
A.
882921.
That works.
You can give us a call 0500 288
I'm getting worried now, because I'm getting all these.
That's really scary. Gervais at bbc.co.uk if you've got an answer for, or you need all 3 of those to win those Kylie collectibles.
It's alright, isn't it?
Yeah, well done.
Play a little cheeky song.
Yeah.
So, there's 3 clues. First one, the initials were, FF, right? And that was, if I've got snails and croissants and baguettes in my palm, right? That's like the clue. What band or artist is that? Think about it, right?
Go on in.
The initials were FF, that's, Franz Ferdinand, right? So like
Whoa!
Franz Ferdinand, it's kind
Franz Ferdinand.
France, because it's like, oh, that's what they eat over there.
Should be
snails.
French, really. There's no, you can't say France
in
food,
your hand,
can you?
so France.
French food in hand.
French food
I've
in hand.
never heard of a band called French Food in Hand.
Well, a lot of people got it as
I
well as
know,
on the
but
text,
French
so.
Food in Hand, what are they? What label are they on? What label are they on?
It's just French food in hand, so you got that, right?
French Food in Hand, yeah.
Second one was, my granny's taking a penalty, right? She better get the ball in the back of the net.
Go on.
NM with the initials.
Yeah.
Try and work it out. Your gran, that's your nan. Ball in the back of the net. That's Nana must score it, right? Nana must score it, right?
Nana Muscori. Okay, I'll give you that one.
And who is it? Nana Muscuri.
Nana Muscori.
Yeah, so
Nana Muscuri.
right, so that works. And then
No, it doesn't work.
Then
No,
the
it's
final-
close enough. It's close enough.
the final one was the initial was A, right? And the clue was, and where people go to relieve themselves after looking at elephants and giraffes and all that sort of stuff. What am I? Right? That's a well, I'm a Zulu.
I'm a Zulu. No, I got it.
I'm a Zulu.
I'm a Zulu.
So that works as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, no.
3 good clues as always there.
Well, not really.